But we do have Trending with Curtly coming through. I know some very interesting stories there that are on the lineup. I'm particularly keen on hearing about that teacher, and I hope he has been found. Curtly, you need to tell us more. Good morning, Curtly. Once again, welcome to
Good
Good
morning.
Morning Zimbabwe, Papa.
Morning, Zaza. Thank you so much for bringing me. Yes, we touch on issues that are currently hot, and
Hot, hot, hot.
that is one of the issues that we will be touching on. Trending with Curtly coming up next. Good morning, Zimbabwe. And if you're just joining us, massive salutations and top of the morning it is to you all. My name is Curtly Gwindi, and of course, here to bring you all things trending on social media. To begin our segment in this second edition, of course, our president yesterday was in Mutoko ahead of the celebrations for the World Food Day, which is actually commemorated tomorrow on the 16th of October. But upon his drive and I guess his view of the community, he encountered a young man, and this young man seemed to be very, very keen to have a good chat with the president. And this young man had an interesting conversation with the president after calling him with his struggle, his name in the struggle, which is Ngwena. And His Excellency asked the young man, "How do you know that? You're so young." And he replied, "Ndoziva nekuti ndoda kuita semi one day. That's why they call me Ngwena kuchikoro." And the young man actually, according to our sources, actually said that. And apparently he's the one who's probably going to be able to fill the boots of our very own Ngwena. So we're excited for that particular young man. If we do get his name, I'm pretty sure by Monday when we come back, we'll be able to share with you the young man from Mutoko's story as well. He seems very confident as well. As you can see, one of his hands was actually in his pocket. Moving on with our stories today on Trending, we have a very, very popular artist who has some fine pieces of art that have been making waves on social media. This is some inspiration. This artist, who goes by the name Tendai, has a deep love for black and white photography, and the dramatic and the dramatic simplicity of the monochrome images. As you can see there, Tendai has been making waves on social media with some of his portraits actually looking very, very interesting. It would be quite nice to have that hung up on your walls in the house. It's particular photography that just not is simple but very sophisticated, but also very eye-catching in terms of the visual quality there. So big up to him and the work he's doing in terms of making sure that there's noise made about his pieces and works of art. And a story I guess many of us have been waiting to hear about and want to obviously address in terms of what is actually happening. This is the part of the segment or the part of the story here on Trending that goes, what in the world is actually happening? You know, in a world where, you know, schools are open, we thinking our kids are safe. One particular teacher decides to take it upon himself to actually violate a young man, and not only violated him, but he kind of was quite aggressive in the way, call it disciplinary action in the school setting, but you know, a video of a teacher who was identified as Michael Freeman Chingwaru assaulting a student has emerged online, and it was making waves on the social media platforms all over. And if you are in the Zimbabwean community, you did see it pop up. It's just unfortunate that we can't actually post or play the actual video because I don't want to be flagged here on Trending with Curtly for, you know, putting assault videos, because it was quite graphic in terms of the manner in which this teacher was disciplining the young man. And if you have watched it, I do want to know though, however, what your views and comments are, particularly to do with the manner in which the teacher was disciplining. And at times, I just want to say this unequivocally, that at times, you may come with your own frustrations from the background of your home or the background of wherever it is that you're coming from, and you want to then take it out on, a mere student who has nothing to do with the frustrations and sufferings that you're going through. And that's never ever recommended. Whether you are a teacher, whether you are in a workplace that you have subordinates, it's never recommended, because it will turn into this. This gentleman was then arrested on the same day. So this is on the 14th of October 2021. And the high school teacher, Michael Freeman Chingwaru, was caught on camera assaulting a student and was soon later arrested by the ZRP. And this is some footage courtesy of our friends at Zim Celebs. Let's have a look.
Next of kin wani kuti muchange muri kuno kumapurisa kusvika mamira pamberi pedaredzi mhosva inoda mhosva yamuri kupomerwa yeassault kana dauzokonzerawo chikafu vanogona kuuya nacho.
Yes, indeed. That's the police, the ZRP, big up to them, telling him that he's very, very much entitled to call his next of kin, and also tell them that they can bring him food, because he was actually going to be locked up in the cells the very, very same day. Yes, please do share your views, comments, and contributions. It's not, the fun trends that we're going to end with today, but we want to make sure that we also bring some sense into some people who think they can take their own route in terms of what they can do with other people's children. That concludes it for the second edition of Trending with Curtly. Please do join me again on Monday for more interesting stories, more exciting, fascinating, enjoyable, wonderful stories in terms of what's going on social media. Kurt by name and not by nature. Until next week, do keep scrolling. I hand it over back to you, Zaza.
Thank you so much there to Curtly, and giving us more information about what's going on. But yeah, I have to tell you, that story there on that teacher, I'm glad that the police were swift and they did arrest him. There is no I just don't even know how to do. I'm at a loss of words, basically. The law is very straight. It's very strict. It says there's no corporal punishment that is allowed. So all the teachers out there, let us be careful. Let's guard against our anger. If you know that there's a problem, you'd rather call the headmaster and let the authorities take care of it. Absolutely. All right, that's all we had for you in terms of Trending with Curtly.